start by making the cake batter.
Okay.
Okay, so very simple. We have some all-purpose flour. To that, I'm gonna add some sugar to sweeten things up.
Okay.
And then we have our leaveners, so some baking soda and some baking powder.
Beautiful.
And a little bit of salt to balance out the flavor. So
I
if
love
you wanna
that.
give that a whisk, Mary.
Perfect. I also love that we got both the baking soda, baking powder, because that's going to give you a nice lift.
Yes.
To make it a nice tender cake.
Yeah, the nice spongy texture that we're
Yeah.
looking for, right? And now we're gonna move on to our wet ingredients.
Okay.
So I don't know about you, but when there's a recipe that calls for buttermilk, I am not buying that carton of buttermilk just so that it sits at the very back of my fridge.
Then in a
waiting
few
to-
weeks you have to throw out.
Yeah, there's only so much fried chicken I can make.
Very true,
right?
very true.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can make your very own at home, and it's so simple. So just a cup of milk, a tablespoon of vinegar or lemon juice, and then you swirl it around, let it hang, and you have instant buttermilk, which is
that.
great.
Yeah,
okay?
perfect.
And that little bit of acidity also works with the baking soda and powder to give it that lift,
Yes.
right? So that's gonna go in. Oh, you saw the little lumpy
I did.
buttermilk.
That's the buttermilk. That's what it does. Yeah.
A couple of large eggs. A little bit of vanilla, because that complements the chocolate really well.
It does. Vanilla and chocolate are like best friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not using butter. I am a fan of oil-based cakes. Are you a fan of oil?
Yes.
Let's get around.
You know what? Okay. Listen, butter is amazing. I love butter. And butter in
Yes.
certain cakes works really well, but oil-based cakes, they stay so much more moist
Yes.
longer.
Yes.
Yeah, they're so good.
And I also feel like they carry the flavor of chocolate better. You get true chocolate flavor.
Totally.
And butter's tasty, but I often lean towards the oil-based
And
cakes.
also, you don't have to cream anything. You just mix it
No.
all in a bowl and you're good to go.
Vijaya,
Exactly.
how's the size of that whisk for that?
Probably the biggest whisk I've ever used. All right,
There you go.
So we have our wet ingredients. So this is like classic cake making, wet into dry.
Perfect. Love that.
And then we're gonna continue whisking this. You're probably saying, where is the chocolate?
Yes, this is a vanilla cake.
This is weird.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna show you exactly where the chocolate is going to play into this, right?
Okay, perfect.
So if you wanna, do you wanna continue whisking?
Yeah, let's do a switchy swap. Okay, let's do it. Da, da, da. Okay.
All right. So, of course, we're going to be using a little bit of cocoa powder. To intensify that cocoa-iness, the chocolatiness of this cake, I'm going to add some instant coffee.
Oh, I love that.
You've done this before,
yes,
too,
It's one
I
of my
know.
faves. Yeah.
Right? You can do instant coffee or instant espresso. You're not going to taste the coffee. It's just going to make things so much more chocolatey.
Yeah.
And then this is the kicker, Mary.
This
okay?
is a thrill.
So we
I'm very excited.
We have the cocoa powder, we have the instant coffee, and we want to make sure that we get the most flavor out of these two ingredients. So, some boiling water.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna whisk this together. It's gonna create this beautiful, shiny paste. And if you were to throw,
Science. Yes.
if you were to throw the cocoa in just as is, it's fine.
It just hit me. It is so chocolatey.
Yes, exactly. You get
The smell is out of control.
Yeah, it's a chocolate spa day.
Yeah,
right? And then you're gonna pour this into the batter,
Okay, and then we get the joy of
and
watching
then you
this
can swirl it
together.
around, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Instant chocolate cake. Okay.
Pure love in a bowl.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, everyone's gonna want to be licking the spatula,
yes.
the whisk, the works.
Okay.
Okay, you see how easy that was?
Come on.
Simple, right? Okay, so you're gonna take this batter. I have a 9x13 pan that I've buttered and lined with parchment paper. Parchment paper is your insurance to make sure that cake comes out.
Very, very true.
Even if it doesn't, it's still gonna be
It's
good.
still gonna be good. Yeah, 100%.
So we're gonna pour that in.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees.
Okay.
We're gonna pop it in the middle rack and bake it for about 30 to 35 minutes,
Okay.
So you'll know when it's ready when you insert a toothpick in the middle and a few crumbs sort of stick. Are you licking the spatula?
I just ate just plain old cocoa and it was still delicious. This is gonna be more delicious. I'm gonna eat this one though.
Yeah, so 30 to 35 minutes, you pop a toothpick in the middle. If a few crumbs come out, you're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
amazing. I just ate the batter. I know some people don't do that, but like can co-sign delicious.
So we're gonna start off with, get this,
Okay.
store-bought powdered chocolate pudding.
What? Oh, I like this energy.
So you're gonna get a bit of chocolatiness.
Yeah.
But most importantly, this is gonna help stabilize our frosting.
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay,
Because there's stabilizers and things going on.
Exactly, exactly. So we want to intensify the sweetness a bit, so a little bit of powdered sugar.
Yes, of
and then
course.
straight milk. On the box of pudding, it'll tell you to add 2 cups. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
You just want to do 1 cup of milk.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, because you want it to be nice and thick.
Oh my gosh, there's something about boxed pudding that smells
Yes.
so good.
I'm like inhaling
Yes.
the pudding right now.
This brings me back to like hanging out at my great aunt's house, and she was always like boxed pudding. I was like, yes, yes, yeah.
And then, you know the magic of pudding, like instant pudding, is that it's literally instant
Yes.
and it thickens up.
Like,
I
look
mean,
at,
it's
it's
already
already
thickening.
basically pudding.
So you're gonna let it hang out for about 5 minutes or so to get it to peak thickness.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add another favorite from my childhood, and that is whipped freezer topping.
Yeah, it is.
Okay?
Yeah.
Whipped freezer topping. So you don't have to whisk that cream.
Yeah.
It's good to go. And the great thing about it is that it doesn't deflate, Mary.
Oh.
Right? So like
okay.
regular whipped cream, you have to very gently fold. This you can be very aggressive with.
Yeah.
But before I do that, thank you for bringing this.
Yeah.
We have some melted chocolate. Okay?
So we're gonna amp up that chocolate.
Right, so about 100 grams of melted dark chocolate goes in to the mix as well.
So we have like this is also gonna help, look, it's already firming it up a little, making it a little more ganache.
Exactly. And as it sits, it's gonna get firmer, right?
Guys, this is a good day.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh,
Do you see that?
Come on, yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna take this frozen whipped topping, and if you wanna the whisk, we're gonna pop this in like so, like just a big plop.
Doesn't deflate.
Yo, I love frozen whipped topping. Whippy puff. It's so good. Yeah.
And then you're gonna give that a nice mix up. And can you smell the chocolate?
I can smell it. I can see it.
Yeah, and it's gonna give you that sort of silky frosting that this cake is known for.
I would eat that. I would serve this with like a
Right.
cookie on top.
Yeah.
I'd be like, there's your fancy
bowl of
dessert.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, delicious.
Oh my
so
gosh.
at this point, you want to refrigerate it. So pop it into the fridge, and then I'm going to do that right now because someone's going to be eating this cake later.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. If she hadn't taken away, I would have eaten that.
Oh, sorry,
I've been very snacky. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm going in.
There you go.
I only have a fork, but let's give it a taste. Okay, let's do it. Oh my god.
How is
The
that?
texture looks
Does
amazing.
it remind you?
It's 100% the topping. Vijaya. Okay, now we have our cake.
Yes.
It's all cooled.
Yes.
And then we're gonna put this beautiful frosting on
Yes.
it.
So we've already started piping it.
Okay. Look, it looks classic. It looks exactly
Right.
like this.
It's the iconic star tip. And then we're going to continue piping.
Yeah.
And it's the easiest thing. You don't have to be a baker to do this.
No.
You just like go for it.
This is so satisfying to watch you two.
Yeah, and it's therapeutic.
Oh no, my star tip is too close.
I think you're gonna have an explosion there.
Yeah, I was
Mary.
gonna say, you know what?
All right.
I'm just gonna go back to my real job, which is eating this pudding.
And then, you know the thing, Mary, is that back in the day, they'd put sprinkles on this cake.
Do they not
Yes.
anymore?
They stopped putting sprinkles on this
What?
cake.
Shrinkflation.
So we're gonna-
Absolutely not.
In the wrong way.
So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put sprinkles on this
Yes,
cake.
we are, Vijaya. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Oh, that's so good.
This is giving me full birthday party vibes
Yeah.
or like sleepover party.
Yeah.
You know
Look
when
at
you'd sit
that.
with your friends and we'd all just have a fork and dig in?
Oh,
Speaking
yeah,
of,
but
I feel like maybe do you want to give it a try? There's a fork right there.
Oh my God, are we gonna straight
I think
dig
we're gonna
into
straight
this
dig into this cake. Let's do it, Vijaya. Don't worry, you're gonna be
All
next.
right, all
Don't
right.
worry,
Oh my
guys.
God.
Don't worry, it's coming. Okay.
Got this one right here.
That is good. I'm gonna cut you a slice.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.